Thanks so much for being here. My name is Christine, and I'm going to talk with you about coaching with Beachbody and share with you some information about where the company's going and growing, as well as what do you do as a coach and some of the little bit of the history. But if you're like me, when you knew nothing about this, it was really trying to figure out, okay, what do they offer? What is this? Is this just one product, or is this just about coaching? Do I have to be a fitness nutrition expert? And I want to share all of those answers with you. And feel free to use the chat option in the bottom and ask anything along the way. I will predominantly look at the chats at the end because I just want to make sure I get through all the information for you now. But I'm pretty honest and very to the point. So if you have any questions, I will tell you honestly the answers. So I'm going to share my screen back with you all, and we're going to get going in the presentation that I've got for you here. Let me get back to it. There it is. All right. So again, we're going to talk about coaching, and that is with Team Beachbody. Some of the information that we're going to talk about tonight is here, some of the systems, the products, a day in the life as a coach, and some of the ways that you can get the best discounts, but also offer them to others around you as they're working on their health and fitness journey. And also, how can you get started even as low as $39? So just a quick intro about myself. So I'm coming up on being a coach for 13 years, and that is pretty substantial. And it's not just myself. When I joined 13 years ago, which is this picture right in the middle, I was pregnant. I already had a 1.5-year-old son, and I had a full-time fitness job. I had a full-time job and 3 fitness part-time jobs. And my husband worked, and he was gone for 12 hours a day. And I was pregnant in the belly, new mom with all of that going on. And when it was first introduced for me to become a coach, I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world, because I was like, I've got my GNC card. Why would I need to sign up with a company for discounts? And the person that told me about it also said that I was going to sell my group fitness classes, the members that came, supplements. And I was like, no, I don't want that at all. First of all, I'll get fired from the gym, but that's so icky to me. I didn't want to do that at all. So I said no. I was someone that said no to coaching. And it wasn't until a year later when someone else told me about it. It was actually my boss told me about it, said that I should definitely consider it. And immediately I'm always defensive. I'm always like, why are you telling me to do this? Am I losing my job? Isn't this a pyramid scheme? Isn't this something that's icky? Like, why are you telling me to go do something else when I already have a job? And I researched it, and it wasn't because she told me what it was. It was because I found, well, this is what I'm already doing. I didn't really know the products that they all offered. And I'll tell you quite honestly, I'm a fitness professional, been doing that for over 30 years. And as a fitness professional, way back in the day, you never looked at videos as real workouts. You looked at them as, oh, that's nice. You say you're working out, but you don't really work out until you go to the gym. Like, that was my mindset back then. And so when I came to know the company, really the only product I really knew of was P90X because it was so sensationalized, but then Turbo Jam. And that's because Turbo Jam, my boss was Chalene Johnson at the time. So that's the only way I knew about the company. They didn't have everything. They didn't have nutritionals or any of that stuff. But there was something that I was clearly not going to do, because this was something that I never wanted to do. I never wanted to have a closet full of stocked inventory. I never wanted to have a trunk show. I never wanted to have home parties. And I never wanted to chase after my friends and family, roping them into buying things. I never wanted to do that. And I never wanted to go house to house at dinner with a flip chart saying, hey, look at this. The dream is here if you want to join me. I never wanted those things because I was a mom and I want a homebody, quite honestly. Even though I'm an outgoing fitness professional, I'm pretty much an introvert. I like to be home, and I didn't want to go around doing that. But what I saw was it clearly gave an opportunity for me to expand myself, what I really love. I mean, my educational background is in X-ray, medical radiography. That's my background. But I was a fitness professional teaching group fitness because I just loved it. And I loved changing someone's mood and body and mindset and vision on what they could do. And this allowed me to expand outside of the 4 walls of a class at the gym. And it allowed me to reach on the internet. And that was actually one strong thing that I decided to do with my team, because the people that I asked to be a part of this were just like me, lots of them moms, lots of them fitness professionals. I mean, that was my warm market, if you call it. And we didn't want to travel around. We like to be home. And that was a big goal. So social media, this was way back in 2008, was huge. to start. And quite honestly, back then I was only on MySpace and some YouTube. I didn't have Facebook. And of course, Instagram wasn't around at that time. But since then, everything's created for you. So these are just some of the things that have happened in my storyline of being a coach. But as I say it again, I'm 13 years in, and I have more than a handful of people who joined with me on day one who are still a coach too, 13 days or 13 years later. That says something about a network marketing company, because truthfully, that's what this is. This is network marketing, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's the same thing as you recommending anything else to anyone to go and check out. You need a hairstylist, you need a restaurant, you need a new plumber, you got someone. Everybody recommends someone. And that's just the way things are. We actually trust people more rather than Googling. So that's all this honestly is, as well as it's surrounded around helping other people get results. So I have to ask you this: what would making any extra bit of money do for you these days? I mean, this is a funny question pretty much to ask, but truthfully, I didn't join for the money. We were pretty average. My husband at the time, he was working as information technology officer, was making $100,000 a year salary. And in my mind, we're like, that's amazing. We're good. Like, we're great at that. And I didn't know that I was actually going to be losing my job, because Chalene Johnson was selling her company and my full-time job was going to be non-existent anymore. So thankfully, I joined as a coach in 2008 and started building the foundation, because 3 years later, she sold the company and I wouldn't have had a job. And I would have had to go back to my old career of medical traveling all over internationally and not be home with my kids. And my goal was strongly to have control over my time. Like, I have to laugh at this now. I can't imagine working for someone else anymore, for someone to tell me that I can't take a vacation day, because that was my life. I worked in the hospital and it was a negative, horrible experience for me and where I worked, because I had no control, being the lowest on the rung on the ladder. I had to work every other weekend mandate, and you just didn't have choice. And that's all I really wanted. So I didn't do this to make money, because I didn't know money was to be made. Honestly, I didn't do this to join for ranks, because it never made sense to me. Like, that's nothing to me. I'm not a network marketer. I don't know any of this stuff. So all I was looking at is big picture. Wow, I now can help more people in a system. Yeah, as a fitness professional who wants people to come live to the gym, but I can't touch everybody. That sounds horrible. But you know what I'm saying? Like, don't report me for saying that now. This is the world we live in. But I can't touch the lives of people that are all over, but I can with this. And you have to think about, what if you kept moving forward? What would that extra money do for you? Even if it is just to pay for the product that you want to use for the company. Thankfully, we get 25% discount on the products, but that saves a lot. But it takes something as simple as, if you were just getting, say, Shakeology every month, it takes you having 3 other people in your life at some point or another having Shakeology too, and yours is paid for. So if you think of it it takes only 3 other people who are using the products like me, and mine's paid for. And if you can just focus on that to pay for it, everything is going to move in that forward direction because of that mindset. Here, I just wanted to quickly share a timeline. So the company's Beachbody, Carl Deichler, John Cogden created it back in 1998, right, way back here. Now, prior to the network marketing division opening, which was 2007, right here, they had a bunch of successful products that you've seen on the infomercials, a ton, I'm sure. But look at how many they had. And here's the thing. They were already an insanely successful company just with the home fitness videos. That's it. They had Tony Horton. They have so many well-known names that they didn't have to open up the network marketing division. So if you're looking at different companies, this is something that I want you to think about and consider is, are they completely reliant on the network marketing division? And this company wasn't. They were already insanely successful, but they saw there were so many people out there like you, like me, talking to people and helping people and saying, yeah, I've been doing this workout. And someone's like, hey, can I try it? So many customers were using the product and not getting anything in return. And so the company saw, obviously for multiple reasons, is one, hey, let's reward our customers and get them some money for recommending. But 2, these are a lot more dominoes, bigger than ourselves over here in just little California, that more people can touch more people's lives and really transform their life. And then 3, this is a real income opportunity. Now, I do need to preface this and say there is no guarantee of any income or success with Team Beachbody. It is completely up to your effort, time, and skill that you're going to put into it. But the great thing is I'm going to show you, we help support you along the way. And that's why I'm glad that you came on this presentation, so I can share those little tips with you of how you would get going and how the support works so that you're not left high and dry. So the company, again, opened in 2007 for the network marketing division, and that's Team Beachbody. So Beachbody was here, Team Beachbody's here. And again, I only knew of the company because of this girl here, Chalene Johnson, creating Turbo Jam. I'm a Turbo Kick instructor, which is the live version. And I knew what that format can do for people. I mean, it's been 20 years and I'm still teaching the format. So it's pretty dang good. But you can see the timeline, like, whoa, look what happened after they started the network. More workouts. And this guy right here, Shaun T with Insanity, I think outside of Tony Horton, Shaun T changed the direction of home fitness and workouts, because when his Insanity program came out, people turned their head and say, wait, what? You can get a workout by a video? And then additionally, you'll see the timeline of everything being produced. And Shakeology coming out at the end of 2009 was another game changer. Here's a fact for you. So a lot of companies that have a nutritional product, the majority of their reps are the ones that are purchasing the product. That's a red flag. With Shakeology, they can show you the stats. If you actually wanted to get them from the company, you could. But the majority of the people purchasing Shakeology are actually customers, not coaches. So that goes to show that the numbers are not inflated by coaches trying to inflate the team product in volume. It's really customers, because it's an insane product. And we'll talk about that in a second. So as they keep going forward, I mean, look at again, more. There's so many things that have happened within the company. We've opened in Canada, we opened in the United Kingdom, and we opened up in France, which is later on in the timeline. We are opening up more and more internationally. But if you can look at all of these products, all of these nutritionals, all of these workouts, when I started, there was barely anything. There was like P90X bars, there was Activate, there was this crappy 2-day slim shake, and then some protein powder. That was pretty much it. Now it's all natural products. They got rid of actually all of those products because they were preservatives and artificial. Now it's all natural. And that's something that I firmly believe in. Not that my diet's like that, but if I'm going to take a supplement, I want to make sure that what I'm taking is not full of artificial colors and flavors and junk that's really just going to clog up your system and just not good in the long run. I mean, we can talk about that later, but the good thing is that the company doesn't sit still. There's something for everyone. But when Sagi came into the picture, he was a super famous professional bodybuilder. And when he created Body Beast, that again changed the video time viewpoint of how can you work out at home, because that is serious weightlifting for serious weightlifters. So there's something for everyone. Doesn't matter what stage of fitness or age you're in. And here's where we move into more of the other timelines. Of course, all digital, and that's the other greatest thing. Back in the days when you used to have to wait for the scroll of the agreement, you know, like the medical agreement before you could play your video, as well as you had to buy each workout. That was just, oh my gosh, a new workout's coming, you got to plunk another $60. Now it's all just included in Beachbody On Demand, which is a digital online program library. And once you have access, which is as cheap as $99 a year, you get access to every single workout program they have, every single workout nutrition program included with the programs, and so much more in there. But you don't have to pay for it, because when a new workout program is released, it gets added and you didn't pay extra for it. Now you can of course pay extra if you want to have early access to them. So for instance, this one right here, 9-week Control Freak, is one of the latest ones from Modern Calories. That one's in pre-release right now. And if you want access to it, you just pay extra for it, a little extra. As a coach, we get it discounted. I want to say $39. I want to say that. Don't quote me because I don't remember everything. All right. So that's a quick timeline. So here's just something else I want to share with you. This is projection. So where are we now? We are right here. As you can see here, this is released here, the 9-week Control Freak, and all of these other new programs coming out. So Shaun T's right now filming a new one, a new dance workout called Let's Get Up. Amoyla Cesar, he is NBA player, trains the NBA players. He has 2 programs currently called 6 Weeks of the Work and 4 Weeks of the Prep. And he's currently filming one, which probably is this top secret one. But again, you can see they don't sit still. There's constantly new product development. And the benefit for that is, you know full well that you don't just keep doing the same thing over and over again, that you need to always change it. And that is just a great feeling to know that we always have something to turn to. And just to announce, just to make sure everybody's on the same page, the company has recently announced that they are joining forces with SPAC and the former TikTok CEO, and merging with another company, a cycle company, an indoor cycle company called Mix Fitness. And that's right here, as well as OpenFit, which is another company of Beachbody. So Beachbody owns OpenFit and Team Beachbody, but all of it now public starting in second quarter of this year. And I got to share with you some stats that I found. Now, these are not stats from the company at all. So let me put that disclaimer out there. I was just researching, trying to see, what is the story of what happens with the company? Because again, honestly, we were a little freaked out about it when we first heard it, going, oh no, what does this mean? Is the coaching network still going to be around? What's going to happen to us and everything that we built and all the people that we're supporting? So yeah, there was like an uncertainty because this has never happened before. But let me share with you, this is again, not from Beachbody. It's actually from Seeking Alpha News. I saw this graphic and I was trying to process it, and I was like, wait a minute. So they're saying that this is where Beachbody is now. Here we are. And this is the projection of where it's going to go. And the digital subscribers are the blue. So this is the amount of income, I guess, but the scale means a lot. I just wanted to show that much to you because I think that's pretty important. Beachbody On Demand, I already talked about it for you, but it's again, all inclusive, has all workout programs, nutrition, it's complete support. But this picture right here makes a big difference as to why Beachbody. So if I look at myself, and quite honestly, I've created a lot of success with Beachbody. I have grown to the top of the company multiple times. I have earned multi-7-figure income. And again, all income and success is completely up to you. It's not up to Beachbody for your success. I have over 13 of my personally sponsored coaches have achieved 7-figure plus per year earner, as well as on my team alone. So my team again is Platinum Presenters. It's 13 years old in May. And I have over 70 people on my team that have earned over $1 million or more. So again, it's not about money, but I want you to understand it's about possibility. And one of the biggest differences as to why this company works for me is because of this puzzle. Because it's not just a product that I'm going to sell that may go out of style or may, come up on whatever claims. It's not one thing. This is a solution. And you know full well, if you've ever struggled with your fitness, that it's not a magical shake. So Shakeology is not going to fix your nutrition and your weight and whatever. It's not going to fix it because it's not just one product. It's the puzzle. It's bringing yourself into a community of support and having the resources, having the services, and jumping in. Like, that's funny, there's a jump picture, but really jumping in. And that is what's going to change your habits. That's what's going to change your mindset. That is what's going to change your vision. When you're around possibility and support, then all those products work together. So this is the reason why this company fits for me. Just a quick snapshot. Here's some of our top performing products. This one's a little mini detox cleanse, 3 days. A lot of people do that and they'll lose the inflammation and some weight before they actually start eating really healthy. It's a good program to do before it. We have 2 complete different kinds of meal programs for nutrition. I personally lean more towards this one. It's called 2B Mindset. This one for me won't work. And the only reason why Portion Fix won't work for me is because I'm a recovering closet fitness professional yo-yo dieter. Like, I was either eating everything or micromanage measuring things. So for myself personally, I've removed the scale out of my life. I've removed measuring everything. But if you're that person that likes to measure, likes to know where your macros are and where the calories are coming from and how to plan out your meals that's a great program for that. 2B Mindset is more about quantity. Eating more vegetables and water first is quantity. It's about space mostly, and it's not about measuring. So that's kind of the biggest differences. Here's some of the other top performing programs, as well as our nutrition. For me personally, these two go, not the lemon. I grew out of the lemon. I got to put a berry picture here, but they've got berry and fruit punch as well here. But I use these two together every day I work out. So I work out every morning and I use those two. I will use the protein powder a couple times a week. I have Shakeology about 5 to 6 times a week. And I don't really eat bars because I just am not a bar person. My husband does, but that's just the way I use the products. Now there's other nutritional products too that you can see. The Beachbody Performance line was built when Sagi Kalev came in because they wanted a professional athletic supplement line that includes creatine and all of that stuff for that purpose. And again, all natural. So Shakeology, I already talked about it. It is a superfood shake, so it is all natural. I'm going to highly recommend, if you're a Netflix watcher, go search for Zac Efron and Darren O'Lean on Down to Earth. Such a great series, and it makes you pretty proud to be a part of this. It's not about Shakeology, but in the course of their travels, when Darren and Zach are off in the Amazon and they're stripping the bark off of tree, and Darren, who is the co-creator of Shakeology, sees this red stuff and explains what the red stuff under the bark does for the body. You're like, holy cow, that stuff is in the shake. And it's so natural that even when vanilla Shakeology was about to be released, they halted it because they discovered that natural vanilla isn't actually natural vanilla when it's processed with machines and all of that. So they actually delayed the release of vanilla until they found hand massaged beans in Madagascar, like crazy stuff. Yes, I know what you're talking about, but I'm going to say that this is cumulative, that you will feel more of the effects when you are consistent with drinking Shakeology the majority of the week. You can make it in different forms. As you can see here, you can eat it, and obviously that looks very yummy, but who knows what's in there. Those are coffee beans or something. It has everything. You don't need to take a multivitamin when you have it, but obviously this is a meal replacement, but it is also a protein shake. It is a superfood delivery shake, probiotics, prebiotics. I just got a quick share a story. This is actually my friend Angie. Angie and I met in the fitness industry. Here we both are. We used to work for Chalene Johnson together. I was her boss. But the reason why I got to share her story is both of us fitness junkies, and both of us give, because if you're a fitness professional, you know what I'm talking about, that you don't get much in return monetarily when you are a fitness professional. But when we joined as coaches together at the same time, the journey of what we were growing together is something that we still now can carry through, because when we're working together with Shalene's company, that would have been gone. But when I joined, I wanted to build something with the people that I wanted to still have a relationship with, that I wanted them to have success. And if we both didn't do this together and grow, we wouldn't be able to take family vacations off together or do impromptu meetups. We have that flexibility. But a quick story about herself is, you know, she was divorced and she found her now husband, Steve. And when they tried to get pregnant, they couldn't. If she didn't build the nest egg for Beachbody, she would not have been able to do 4 rounds of IVF, and her daughter Maya would not have been here. So thankfully, it was something that she built that allowed her to be able to transform her life as well as her husband's life. Not everybody's the same. Everyone is taking their different direction with the growth of coaching. Again, I'm a fitness professional, so it was second nature for me to be able to do this and not think twice about helping someone with their health and fitness. But there's a lot of other people who, you know what, they're not. They're a teacher, they're a nurse, they are in construction, so many different kinds of people that you don't need to be the expert, because the systems are all there and we're just pointing people to the resources. And you always can lean on your coach to support you in your journey, as well as the upline, which would be more successful coaches that have built a big team and have the resources for you. These are just some stats these are pictures that actually I took on my TV this past summer. We usually have our yearly gathering called Summit, and over 25,000 coaches come together for this meeting, but we couldn't this past year. So we had it virtually. And these are just pictures that I took of stats from the company. And so in June of 2020, you can see that, you know, here was the projection of how we have grown with coaches. And of course it goes up and down, but look at what happened when 2020 hit. And you definitely know what hit in 2020 in March. And this is where people viewed fitness differently. And this is where I'm offering, like, this is an opportunity now, because virtual fitness is bigger than it's ever been before, and it's not going away. If you're that person just waiting for the gyms to open as normal, we have no idea if that life is ever going to be again. We all don't know. We hope, but we just don't know, and we can't wait. And here's something else, and these are some of the huge selling points as to why Beachbody was able to go public. They have over 2.3 million subscribers in all their subscription options. Look at here, over 20 million of their workouts are streamed. And at one time, there was over 33,000 people working out at the same time. And I want to share another story. One of my coaches, her name is Alicia Cross. She was in my challenge group. So a challenge group is a fit club group that we put together on Facebook, and you just kind of post a post every day, like, how are we all doing? Or here's a tip of the day, you know, something like that. Alicia was in that group with me for 5+ years, and she had this transformation. And I was like, oh my gosh, you have to be a coach. You have to help other people because people are asking you. And she was like, all right, finally. She finally joined as a coach. And the way that she's building her coaching business is not by building a team. So she's just doing it just to help support other people who are on their health and fitness journey in a fit club on Facebook. She'll sell some things here and there, but her goal is not actually building a team and not building a huge monetary side to this. Her goal is to, of course, pay for her own products, but also help support more people who need the help like she does with her journey. So there's, again, different ways that you can do this. It's not always going to have to be a business. Some things about it, if you join and you don't get any product when you join, the one-time fee is $39. Again, that's really unheard of. It's impossible to think that, or it's insane to think that there are so many other companies out there that the join fee is thousands of dollars, and it truly is. And then from the second month on, you will have a business service fee of $15.95, which covers everything: your websites that they build for you, the customer service, all the inventory and shipping, any of that stuff. So you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And I would challenge you, if you went to even go host on Wix, your own website, buy a domain, and then host on Wix, and then hire someone to build it for you, that's way more expensive than just that. So you don't need to have all of that stuff. You will always get 25% discount on any of the nutritional products, and you'll always make 25% commission on any individual products sold. Here's also the thing to think about, is you don't need to build to a certain rank to make money in commission. So if you just sign up tonight, and then your friend tomorrow says, yeah, I was thinking about getting that 9-week control freak, you're like, hey, get it through my link. You make the commission on it, because you don't have to build any rank or success. You always will make the commission as long as your $15.95 monthly fee is paid. That's it. Again, they build all the websites for you, but you really only use one. You've got 3 different websites, but you only use one, really. Because the rule of thumb is this: when someone's interested in getting something, I never send someone to my website and say, look around, because it's like sending me to Amazon. Come on, buy what you want. Okay, everything's here. So it's kind of the same thing. You will rule someone down to what they're going to get, and then you send them to the product on your website. That's usually the process. You don't really send like the whole website and be like, hey, look around. It doesn't work that well that way. That's just marketing. Online coach for events, as well as whatever that said, it wasn't important. All right, what coaches do. So I'm going to share 2 different ways. So I already talked about Alicia, who is doing it for her own fitness journey, as well as helping other people. So what she'll focus on is focusing more on her health and fitness journey, doing the workouts, using the products, and being that example. The next thing is that she might do an online accountability group. If you're like, I have no idea what to do, I couldn't run one. You don't have to. You would join your coaches, and they will help run it with you. You can just join theirs, and you can add your contacts to their group, and they help run you. So it's this hand holding. There is no, all right, go off on your own. It's a hand holding system. And then once you start to feel like you can get your own feet, you can run your own at any time you want, or just stay with your coaches. But your focus is really just motivating people, holding them accountable, building a community, creating a fun factor around health and fitness. And you will use social media, because that is one of the smartest things to do. I'm going to suggest you don't have to put yourself out there in your bikini or trunks. You can put just regular full closeout. You don't ever have to say, this is my before and this is my after, but you do want to use the products, because if you're not using the products, think about it. Would you sign up with someone or purchase products from someone that's not using the products? You wouldn't. So you want to get a taste for it. Now, that's not to say you're going to use all of them. I don't do all the workouts because there's certain trainers that I just don't connect with. I just don't like that style of a workout or their teaching skills, because me being an instructor, I'm super picky. So I don't do all the workouts. But that doesn't mean because I don't like it, I'm going to tell everybody else not to, because that workout might be the perfect fit for that person. So always, again, just be honest. And you can say, I don't use the protein powder all the time, but I know my coach does, and she'll use it in like a couple times a week or whatever. So you can always give examples of someone else. And the other good thing about it is it's always 30-day money back guarantee. So no one ever has any risk. It's empty bag, empty tub, empty coach, whatever. Everything is 30 days money back guarantee, including signing up as a coach. Now, here's another example of what coaches might do. That picture there, that is one of my top coaches. Her name's Janelle Summers. And what she'll do, just to give an example of what Janelle would do, is she, of course, focuses on her health and fitness and her journey. She shares it all on social media. She runs accountability groups. As a leader, she runs trainings like this. She runs support, but she's inviting people. So if I'm going to say what is the biggest difference between those two, is she's proactively inviting people to check out what coaching's about too, because she wants to build a team. When you build a team is where you increase your potential for earning. And I'm going to share with that with you in a bit. So here is just a quick example of, okay, if I don't know what to do, how will I know what to do? Well, first of all, your coach is going to be your go-to, giving you exactly what steps to do. Now, if you're still like, well, I don't want to keep asking them. What we do is we run 3 times a day, these 1-hour trainings called power hours. And basically when you log on, you just sit there and wait for the leader. And I just ran one today to say, okay, on the screen, we've got an activity, and what I want you to do is do this activity for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever the activity is for business growth. So you just have to follow along. And there's recordings of them as well if you can't get on live, because obviously all of our lives are different in work days and all. Holly is another one of my coaches, one of my top leader coaches. And from the get-go, she actually was the vice president for Chalene Johnson's company. From the get-go, she not once built her coaching business while working her full-time job. So when she was working her full-time job for Chalene Johnson, she completely did that job. When she sat in her car on the drive home and at night is when she did her coaching business. So if you're trying to find time of when could I do this at all, realistically, we've got time in different pockets. It's just a matter of recognizing that time and being diligent to do something that is proactive that would move us forward. For instance, I just got back from volleyball practice for my daughter, sitting up there. I easily, for that 1.5 hour, can do a lot of business growth on my phone, in which I did content creation. I answered messages. I signed people up for this presentation who wanted me to send them the link. So you can do those things during the pockets of time. But this is something that, again, is not going to be one size fits all. It's going to be what you want it to be. And there's no wrong way at all. Because if you're moving forward in positive health and fitness and you're being a positive influence in this world today, can we please get an amen on that? That is all we need. So here's my recommendation. When you get signed up as a coach, the good thing is you can get signed up for free. Beachbody will waive that $39 join fee if you get a package of product when you join. Obviously, the best package is this one right here. It's a year access to all of Beachbody On Demand, and you then also get a nutritional supplement included. So whether it's going to be Shakeology, or you want the protein powder Energize, the pre-workout drink, that package, those are the 2 big ones that people usually will get. And if you've already got Beachbody On Demand, you can actually still get a discount package of nutritionals and get your coaching waived for free. So again, talk to your coach about that. But this package is a super deal, because if you think about it, if you were going to pay $40 to join and then not get any product, my thoughts are, let's put $40 towards product, and why not get, obviously, access to Beachbody On Demand? It's one of the best. But if you don't want to do that, again, your fees are $39 to join, and then $15.95 starting on that first month. And you wouldn't have product, but if you wanted to get product, you would just have to go in and purchase it. You only have 30 days from your join to get one of those packages, this one. So if you are considering this, I do highly recommend it when you do join. And if it's going to motivate you, I'm going to show you a slide on income, on how you can actually get your ROI on this real quick. We'll show you how you can make that work in just your first month. Okay, so ways to earn, there's multiple ways to earn. But if you're just new coming into this going, okay, what's the beginning ways of earning? Well, the initial ways of earning, as I already discussed, you make retail commission when you're a coach. So when you join, you're a coach, you make 25% commission. But if you build to Emerald, which means you just have 2 people that want to sign up and be on your team with you, they don't need to build a business. It most commonly is your spouse or partner and another family member. Usually those are your 2 first people that join your business with you, mostly because, again, if you sign up your spouse or partner, that's another extension of yourself. And you only need 2 other people to move up to Emerald. And now you've increased your earning potential by tapping into the team cycle bonus. So in a nutshell, when you join, what's going to happen is more people are going to join after you, and they're going to be all in your what's called downline. Now, even if they're not your coach, they're part of your team. The product volume that they produce actually pays you weekly when it hits a 100 to 200 ratio of product volume. And so my advice always is to get to Emerald as soon as possible and see how it works, because then you'll see how the team cycle business or cycle bonus works. You'll see that you can actually gain customers given to you from the company. So I didn't put it on here, but there is a program called the Customer Lead Program that Beachbody does a ton of marketing. I mean, you see it, and their ads are actually so cool right now. I'm seeing a bunch of them on commercials, and I was like, that's a good one. Like, my house. Did you see that one? In the middle of the whatever, that was the one that they were doing. And I was like, that's a really good one. But they do a ton of marketing, and every customer that's generated, the Beachbody takes the person's order, but then they assign that customer to a coach. And when that customer purchases again, you get commissions. And so all you would need to do is pretty much help 3 people a month, and you gain those free customer leads. And I can't guarantee how many you would get, but on average, I'll get around 10 to 12 new customers a month. Here's a great little graphic. So bear with me. Ready? So if we can focus on 3 people a month, if I'm just going to focus on helping 3 people with a health and fitness solution a month, this is what can happen, the compound effect. So here, let's just say 2 people that are my friends, they each got a challenge pack, and then my aunt got Shakeology. Well, this is the commission you would get, and this is all in US dollars. So for your first month in commission, you just made that. But now the second month, again, if you focus on helping 3 new people get started in a solution, you make the commission because they got the challenge packs. But all of these people, their product is going to ship again to them the next month, and you get that reoccurring commission. So when someone is continuing to stay on some subscription product like Shakeology, or like over here, I've got the performance supplement. When someone's on a continuity product, you keep getting that commission. So again, if you focus on 3 people and those people then get their next shipment, you see how it all compounds, that after even 4 months, you've made over $400 just in commission. So can you see that if you just focused on helping a few people in your first month or 2, it would pay you back for your expense of getting started? Now, of course, we want to make sure that you're supported, and that you know that we are here as your team. We don't expect you to know anything, because you may know a ton. You may know way more than me. But when I started, I knew nothing about it. And this was 13 years ago, and there was no training. If you wanted training, you had to buy it from the yucky men in suits that were slimy selling you another company. Like, I'm not saying they all were, but that's just what it seemed to me. It's not the truth. That's just my perception. But I actually did personally for myself, because I was doing so well in the beginning, because my market was fitness professionals, I did earn some good bonus checks coming back, and I reinvested those bonus checks back into the team. And I actually hired an expert in network marketing to help us learn how to build a team. So that's 13 years. And in the course of it all, we have all the systems, and we do new coach trainings. We have a virtual gym, which when you work out, if you just want to show up and be like you're in the gym with real people again, that's what this is for. You use it for your customers and your contacts to build that unity. You have a complete suite called Platinum Presenters University, completely free for you. I knew that when I started, I was going to grow something big. I knew I was. And I named the team Team Platinum Presenters. And immediately I created a training website that allows anybody on the team to have complete access to build their business. 13 years, that thing is beefy. Will you use it all? No, there's so much in there, it can confuse the heck out of you. So what I say is use it like a library. You know, when you go to the library to search for a specific book or a topic, that's exactly what you're going to use it for. It's all there. We've got Facebook groups, we've got the power hours. Everything is to support you in your next steps. And I want you to think about what is next and what's possible for you. I'm wrapping up. So if you've got questions, feel free to put them in the comments, but I'm going to invite you. Now is the time to consider it more than ever, because again, you saw the projected growth for this company as we're now going public, and also combining with a cycle company that is going to be offering way more options. Obviously, we know there's other companies for indoor cycling that is doing very well. Not that we're going to be in competition with them, because again, we're a different animal, and we've got the complete solution that is going to really help people to take their fitness to the next step. So I want to ask you what is possible for you. And I really don't want you to wait for, holy cow, I don't want you to wait for someone to come back to you and say, hey, did you watch the presentation? I want you to reach out to them and tell them, hey, I watched the presentation. I got some good information. Can you clarify X, Y, and Z for me? Can you let me know how this process works? Whatever questions you might have, ask them, because I want to make sure that you feel confident in your next step. So let's see what you guys are saying here. Ooh, Nat is on. Good to have you on. Nat is dedicated power hour girl. She is on those power hours all of the time. What's the difference between P90 and Power 90? That's the same program. It was just an abbreviated version. That was the first program that Beachbody ever came out with Tony Horton out in Hawaii. And that was the original thing. And then of course it's grown from there. Love, yes, Agi, so amazing. So any questions, feel free to ask them here in the chat here. But I'm glad that you were able to share your time with me. And I look forward to having you as a part of the team. And hopefully you will connect back with your coach like I invited you to. Don't wait for them to reach out to you. Be proactive. Jump on now. This is the time to get started. Get your ducks in a row. Get familiar with the process, because when things start to boom even more, you're ready. All right. Thanks so much again for being here. We will see you next time.